Hi everyone! Today I'm going to show you the progress I've made on my garden so far. This is just kind of an overview. It's a little messy, but I'm happy with how it's turning out. So we'll start at this bed right here. This is the first raised bed I built last year. And this year I put in this second raised bed, and I put in these cattle panel arch trellises. So along here, I've got, this is a birdhouse gourd, otherwise known as a bottleneck gourd or something like that. Then all these little plants are beans. Then those are cucumbers, calendula, and this side's basically a mirror, another birdhouse gourd. More beans of the same kind, cucumbers, calendula. And then down here, more cucumbers. And that little bitty one is a loofah, and so is that vine right there. And then on this side, it's a mirror, cucumbers, and two loofahs. And then if we go back around this way to this bed, here I've got some different sweet peppers and that little one. And then in the middle here are some peanuts. And then just sitting right there, I've got some sunflowers and tomatoes and more sunflowers that I'll need to plant. On this side over here, I've got a strawberry tower. And then these are Yukon Gold potatoes in these 4 bags. And then I've got some cages here, but this is garlic, elephant garlic, and that over there is sweet potatoes. Sorry, that in the last bag is sweet potatoes that I'll show you closer in a minute. Then if I'm trying not to move the camera too fast, but then if we go over here, at the corner here I've got rosemary, and then that's parsley. Not anywhere I'm not pointing out doesn't have anything yet. This is oregano. That's lemon thyme. Here is a tomato that I planted from seed that you can see they're just barely coming up. And same with this one. And it looks like that one back there hasn't come up yet, but that right there and that is zinnias. Then these are 2 jalapeno plants. And then you can see over here, I've got these are dwarf tomato plants, so they'll only get about 2 or 3 feet tall. There. And then interspersed in them is marigolds, which are the orange flowers, and then a couple right there, and back there some basil. And as you can see, they already have tomatoes on them. Some little tomatoes. And then on the corner here are 2, not cucumbers, cantaloupes, sorry. Then if we go around, this stuff is stuff that goes in my in-ground garden, like this gating I put along here so that the dog basically can't get in there. And then on the end of this raised bed, I have some basil, some marigolds. I grew most of this from seed. That's a tomato, another tomato, and right here is a baby watermelon that just came up recently. Then here's a closer look at my sweet potatoes. And then I don't have everything planted in my in-ground garden yet, but so far I've got a sweet banana pepper, tomato with marigolds, tomato with marigolds, tomato with marigolds, and tomato with marigolds. There is a pepper. Back there is a watermelon plant behind the mulch pile that I still need to spread out. I was waiting till I plant everything before I spread that out. And then over here more, sorry about my shadow, is another sweet banana pepper, another tomato with a marigold, and back there's another tomato with a marigold. And then that's celery, which I've never grown before, so I'm looking forward to that. And that, let me try to get my shadow out of the way. That is what's called a fairy tale pumpkin. It's like the Cinderella kind where they're kind of squat. And I grew that from seed. And I tried growing pumpkins last year, but the plant ended up dying before it ever produced. It got a couple flowers on it and then it just died. So I'm hoping this one does better this year. And then as you can see, there's still spots like in here and in here that I'll plant a couple more plants, probably 3 more plants. And then I've got my arch trellis with the wind chime on it. And I'm gonna plant some beans on there, I think. So thank you for tuning in to my garden tour, and I will keep you updated throughout the season. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe and like.